Rockets will go deep. Cover off Z Connector. They put a Molotov in the close cross between Yellow and Bomb. Maiden behind them already. He's going from Boomich's playbook. MP9 as well. Again, this is why you do it, but Simple looks back and finds him no further damage. We saw Boomich get 3 kills from that position. It's not going to be the same this time.
Sticko fancy it as well, the M4.
Sometimes you get away with it twice, yeah. They don't expect it, why would they?
So what's the player? Michael Ailey ready towards that upper ramp. He's got an orb, remember the glass cannon. If he saves the round, it will be so sick considering how he managed to pick it up. There's the first kill. Simple goes down as well. 4 on 3. Advantage GODSENT. Train doesn't matter too much if you have armor or not. Play long defensive positions, just like that. Totem drop, perfectly done this time actually.
Even better that Sticko actually left the room because by the time they'd landed and had their aim set was when he walked back in. So they didn't even have a chance, or Sticko didn't even have a chance to defend himself or shoot back as they landed. Perfecto's going to take out Zen. Nice. Michael Lilly gets Boomich. That's at least a response to keep this as a 2-on-2. And Crystal's timing on the flank. Easy first kill. Does he find the second? Knows the line. Oh my goodness, Flamey. That is insane. He knows the lineup toward the bomb, but he gets back through the smoke. You're right, though. It keeps him from planting, and therefore it's now 12-8.
Well, Michael Lilly gets 2 kills. It works out for him. It was the right call. And we'll go 12-8. Is it the lifeline that saves the game for them, though? This round will be very telling in that department. Michael Ailey will get armor now, get himself some grenades. They can somewhat stabilize. It'll still be a difficult purchase into the round. Even though there's won the previous, you can see FAMAS, MP9 shotgun. I would say Michael has to step up with something, maybe aggressive toward the upper ramp. That could be an option for them. They've got no one inside at the start of the round. 5-man play, so there has to be aggression there. You can't just sit right back. They're pushing towards Ivy. I can see Zed at the very end again. So he's got towards Server. They're setting him up and sending Crystal back with the MP9. They risked a potential inside rush there, but it's a calculated risk. It's very unlikely a team with a full buy will just rush inside straight up.
So Sticko again downstairs with the shotgun. Totem drop. You kill the bottom player, remember, you reset the top guy's aim, and the shotgun does exactly that. All you have to do is shoot the bottom guy.
That's sick. He takes a lot of damage, but he gets himself $1,800 of cash, 2 kills, and potentially the 9th round on the board. Great stuff from Sticko. Still recoverable.
Maiden flashed, has the angle, I could not see him when he jumped. Either way, it gives away the sound cue, and Maiden's ready to fire back at him. And 2 kills in the round for him again. Just 2 players remaining. Electronic gets the first kill on the board for Na'Vi, and with Sticko low as he is, still a factor in the round, this is going to turn. Simple is going to find one. It's only Maiden to get Electronic and leave it to him, but it's a 1-on-2. That is certainly winnable, but he's not quite fast enough, and Maiden, 3 kills to his name is enough to bring this back within 2 rounds.
Not many players in the world that could hit that shot. Simple might be one of them, though. Doesn't quite connect. And we'll find ourselves now, I would say, with Na'Vi on the ropes somewhat financially. Great stuff from GODSENT. They're right back in this game. Money has been shut down. This is eco territory, and a pause for Na'Vi. Back and forth we go. It looked like they were dead on arrival here, GODSENT. 8-0 down.
I was honestly in my mind thinking this could be a 16-0.
Yeah,
like, what
me
is,
too.
And I was thinking as well, what happens to GODSENT if that happens? They've had all this confidence. We know that Michael Lilly certainly plays off of confidence. They've been doing so well moving forward, and then they just get absolutely obliterated on a stage as a newer team again. Where do they go from there? But this is a good turnaround, I have to say. And hey, even if Na'Vi threw them a bone to get them back into it, they've ran with it. So you got to give credit where it's due.
You can only play what's put down in front of you. If it's Na'Vi going to be making mistakes, they should be the ones learning from that. So this has to be pretty much full eco. It's that really annoying spot where you've got loss bonus coming up and you're around $2,000, but if you buy anything more than a P250, you're going to be hamstrung going forward. So just a deagle at the very top end. That's it, no nades. Just going to see what they can do here. Just run the clock down, bait out some utility incendiaries. Ideally, they're $600 a piece. First kill comes in, though, in a ridiculous manner. I assume that's towards Ivy. So Zen's been towards that server position. Good grenade, at least in response. Oh, he's getting it because he's against the orb now. He knows he's got a chance to get it. That's so well played from Boomich. You could see it building up to that moment. They're actually going to win this round, I think, Matt. It's a 5-on-2 with Sticko and Crystal, asking what in God's name just happened against 2 deagles, 3 Glocks, no armor, no nades.
You're right about Boomich. That was a perfect play. Even if the op gets a shot off, he steps wide, so he tries to bait out the shot, bait out the damage.
And he's still confident. He's low HP up against the orb. It doesn't matter. he can still make that shot, which he does.
And that is the thing we always say with an AWPer being on low HP. He can still hold an angle and hit a shot. The same thing goes, though, if you're low HP against an AWP and he misses, you have that same time frame to get the shot back onto him. So Electronic to get Crystal. Sticko left in a 1-on-5. Na'Vi finds the 13th round in an unlikely way, but I suppose that sums up many rounds in this game, as we now have 3 to go for Na'Vi to wrap up the series 2-0. Remember, Mouse Sports wait in the final, best of 5 tomorrow. GODSENT starting to feel the pressure to keep themselves alive in this series.
They've got to force by this one. They have to. Their double eco regardless. Crystal got 1400. So they can drop an AWP. They have to do what they can with it. Lose this round, unfortunately, that will probably be the GG. But they've been tenacious. So they've brought this game back from the dead. They were 8-0 down, and they've won much worse rounds than this today as well. A couple of full eco victories for themselves in this series. Flashing over, it's going to be Perfecto towards that pallet position. Good nade at the start, takes Boomich down. It's a low HP, I should say, for the audio listeners. He's still alive. And a couple of kills coming in. Back into it now.
Lily onto Simple. That's a huge one to get. Take the AWP out of the T hands. I'm impressed, Michael Lilly. These pistols, no one's getting away with anything. It doesn't matter the weaponry, it matters the opening pick. And a lot of times they're giving themselves up to it. They're leaving themselves vulnerable as Sticko stays below Pop Dog once more. Crystal. He's going to try to work back around the smoke. Did it make contact? No, the nade didn't hit him. If it did, they know he was there. They'd fire in and try and get him. And in fact, they may have actually caught some audible cue because they try and do that exact play, but nothing yielding from it. Crystal tagged out 71. That's the only damage they've done so far, despite losing 2 players. And by the way, the ops recovered, so double op CT side now.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Na'Vi after losing the first couple of picks. A boost coming in. Nothing too special about this, but they are going to drop the connector smoke as well. So with the boost up, they'll drop a connector smoke. Hopefully Beta CT out a connector to jump in that position where the boost is actually viable. That's a cool idea, so let's see if it works out now. So they'll smoke to the left-hand side. No one taking the bait, though. It's a cool idea, though. I haven't seen many approach it like that.
Electronic back up to the top of the stairs. It suggests what we see and that they're looking elsewhere on the map now. They're not going to go toward B. Very, very forward. Sticko off angle down below Pop Dog. Naturally, you'd expect one of these two guys, well, 8 seconds. I'm not even going to consider it. I was going to say at least to peek it and see, but full save from Na'Vi at this point, and Sticko, okay, clever. Stops just in time. I was going to say give himself up. But it does give Crystal the information, which is what they want. They want the guns out of the hands of the Na'Vi players, not quite that easily.
Not going to happen, but they do keep their head above water. That was a huge round for GODSENT to pick up. They came in with MP9s, Deagles, and 1 AWP, but you got the opening pick. Slowed things right down, and then after losing the second kill, Na'Vi decided to save 3 Krieg, which is okay. Those players won't get any cash, but the 2 that were down will, and they have enough to buy still. I don't want to throw this one away, although they have tried their best at times. Double AWP setup still out. Here are the odds from GG.BET. Na'Vi still the heavy favorites, but I would say that's even a little bit generous at this point. GODSENT are right back into this one. But this is a very telling round. The auto shotgun out again. Sticko managed to get a double kill with it before, this time a little bit close to the ladder itself. MP9 for Crystal, he can make it work.
So Zen holds the angle. It's what we've not seen is him on the AWP, and certainly not at this position. Run boost would be viable, but it's just one player there. Electronic all by his lonesome. Interesting, very anticipated defensive incendiary, because now, and flash timing, they put that down. They could have actually ran into Crystal's trap at that point in time, but it was a horrible flash from a team perspective because Boomich is left defenseless, and now they're down 2 men again. We might be looking at 13-11. So don't rule GODSENT out. This would be a heck of a comeback if they are able to pull this game off. And Maiden again looking sharp. Looks for his second, manages to just step out to make sure he actually nails Perfecto rather than the wall.
They're getting fired up as well. You can hear it. Every kill that's coming through now, they're starting to believe in the GODSENT side. Clean sweep here. They managed to do it with cheesier weapons as well. It's Crystal detecting Boomich, who was sent in on a bit of a mission towards the B bomb site. 3 smokes down for him, flashes over, perfect flashes as well. Crystal didn't panic, waited for his chance to strike. Managed to get that kill, rotated players towards outer, and it's a very good finish now for GODSENT. They can definitely bring this back on the CT side of train. Money going to be absolutely broken for Na'Vi. Remember, they had 3 players alive in the previous round, meaning they got no money going into this one. Now only 1 player survived. Their money's going to be all over the place. Simple will get no cash, but Him being simple, you might just want to have him on AK next round and see what he can do. He can probably win a round single-handedly if given a chance. Round will be done. Simple to survive. He's got players around him on the minimap. I don't know where he is right now. There he is, T-steps. So he gets no cash. His teammates at around $2,000. They have to eco. So this is likely to be 13-12. I can't believe how this game has turned around. The disparity from the first 8 rounds is unbelievable. 4 kills found on their T side in that sequence. And a bit of over-aggression from Na'Vi, maybe getting a little bit too carried away. That's not necessarily led them here. That was 1 round, but it certainly got GODSENT online.
Yeah, I mean, I figured we were done by now. 25 rounds, considering the start. Did not expect we'd get that far. So Boomich smoked off this time. In his favorite position of Pop Dog. I almost thought we were back onto the CT side for a second, but he's just gotten down there very quickly. Meanwhile, it's Simple with the AK that they're going to boost up, so he is taking things back into his own hands. He's not allowing Boomich to do it. He's not going to let Electronic do it. He's going to be the one with the AK for good reason. And damage done. They know the nade's in his hands. Good action from Electronic to follow up. That is a decent exchange. The problem being they didn't quite get a gun from it.
They have got Boomich, though, who's somehow at E-box. Now I'm going to say undetected at this point. They've got a minute on the clock. Yeah, there's no way. There's no clutches on him.
Maiden would spray that.
Yeah. So this is interesting now. So they've taken a kill away. They've spread the defense thin, and now Michael might try to reclaim control of main entrance, get his players towards Pop Dog, for example. Now they don't know Boomich is there. Fortunately, he's only got the Glock.
Yeah, exactly. If he had a P250 or any upgraded pistol, he could have better armor penetration. The Glock's not going to have that same potential at all. He pretty much has to have a gift, and he's found. Maiden actually got him as we see it arrive on the top right of the screen. Meanwhile, Simple, though, getting forward on that AK, still manages to find one. Michael gone. Simple's on 100 HP, and this is what happens when you let him off the leash. He's got it down to a one-on-one. He knows exactly where Crystal is. The train absorbs the bullets, and somehow Crystal gets away with the clutch.
No way. It felt like Simple had that. Something special was brewing there. You could feel it coming together, but Crystal holds his nerve. Amazing round. That's what Counter-Strike's all about. Right down to the last bullet there. 13-12. GODSENT are still in this one. The series felt like it was done. They had nothing to say about Train, but here they are, 13-12. Another gun round coming through. Simple down to the scout.
Incendiary ready at the CT perspective, but man, money is a factor. Simple as well down to the scout. He's already been naded. He's on 44 HP early. Again, op that would be fine. Scout a little bit less so. Double off CT side, Zen to hold it once more. He's not quite holding Ivy with it. He's going to get a little bit more aggressive and actually peer in toward A main. Electronic has made his way out. He was here before, 4 rounds ago, and there was a smoke to his right to protect him, but they actually walked by. As soon as he shot one, he was traded, and it didn't yield anything for Na'Vi. We'll see if this time he can get away with it. But they need to make some noise and aggression to try and play him in at this point. Actually, take that back. He's going to go. He's got a sense to move, and he spots one at Pop Dog. Trigger discipline, hits it. Headshot wasn't quite apparent, had to go through the edge of the wall, but he elected to go for the body shots instead. He could hear the noise to his left as well. He knows they're swinging back out. There should be 3 kills easily, because as soon as he gets Maiden at the E-box, they had absolutely no idea he'd snuck in behind, and Flamey to follow it up. A round stolen back again by Na'Vi, 45 seconds, but just Crystal remaining.
An absolute masterclass in Counter-Strike there from Electronic. He couldn't have done more with that situation if he tried. Just waiting, patient, looking for that opportunity to strike. And he absolutely nails it. 3 massive kills, make it 4 in the end. Astonishing round from Electronic. A showstopper of sorts, and now GODSENT have lost another life. And we're just getting back into it. 14-12 now. Money starting to become a bit of an issue once again. The MP9's brought back out. They have been good at keeping these rounds alive, though. 5-7s for Zen and Crystal. All for Michael, 1 rifle, 1 round away from series point. All in.
Boomich only for 1. Sticko gets the immediate trade, and that had to happen from the CT perspective, especially with the 2 pistols, 5-7s in play. Getting aggressive with them. Zen will jump down, uses the ladder to take away any damage from falling from above. Deep smoke toward Ivy at this point as well, so Electronic's just going to have to be patient in his position. Pop Dog's been so relevant this entire game.
Very active.
Don't get me wrong, it always is a position of power, but this game especially, it seems every single round it is the pivotal point. And the kills there, or the pushes from the CTs are what's determining the outcome.
Oh, it's giving me butterflies now. What would Sticko be going through right now? Great stuff there. That's a big kill. He knows it. They've lost so much territory on the map at this point, they're going to have to commit towards outside. I think they're smoking off towards Pop Dog at this stage just to try and lock them in. But Zen, he's had a pretty rough game so far, but this could be a massive play. He's gone towards T-Spawn, and with 45 seconds remaining as they commit, Sticko's called that they push through. Guaranteed kill on Simple.
Wow.
Big. And now it's a 4 versus 2. Now going to see the pistol come out for Crystal. It's that 5-7. And once again, Perfecto, with almost no chance of being able to win this round. He is surrounded, gets one more, trying to make it expensive once again. Finds is it the AWP? It is. So a slight chance of getting that bomb down. He'll have to hightail it towards the B bomb side of this stage. And he'll make a lot of noise.
Yeah,
and
Michael
will hear
hears him. So he's going to be on the flank. Oh, he's made noise himself, though.
Oh, Michael.
It does keep him off the plant, but Perfecto's going to at least know that he's coming from that direction. He doesn't have a lot of time to bait this out. Michael gets away. That shoulder. If he walked around the corner and went down, the round was on.
Yeah, I like that. I thought he was almost about to walk into the crosshair there, but it was very well played from Michael in the end. Enough sound to stop the plant and enable his teammate to get towards connector as well. Oh, they've done it again though, Matt. 5-7s, MP9s, 1 AWP, and 1 rifle. Instead of executing, Na'Vi just going for the jewels at the start. And
it's Sticko. He has the only rifle at that point. I mean, yes, there's still an AWP in play, but he has to take aggression. He does. He pushes up, catches them off.
What a play.
Completely takes B out of the picture and knocks down another rifle for Na'Vi. This is, yeah, give them credit where it's, I mean, Sticko, Mouse Sports last year, on and off year, last year in 2019, I say 2 years ago, excuse me, Mouse Sports, but on and off last year in 2019, it's good to see him have a home again because he's certainly a player I think that was underrated. And as you say, he was the one that was first removed to make room for snacks. And that ultimately led to the demise of that Mouse Sports lineup.
Yeah, Sticko's a very good player. Safe pair of hands. Especially on train as well. I'd say this is a home map of sorts for him. Let's see what can be done. Na'Vi to pick up the pace once again. Perfect to have that decent spawn towards outside. Gets himself towards Olof. Molotov deployed towards Hell. Barely any utility here for Na'Vi, but plenty of damage being inflicted now. Perfecto with the second kill. Michael will strike back with 1. He's holding towards Ivy right now. He needs a couple more where that came from. MP5 auto shotgun. The buys have been so ropey for GODSENT, but they make it work.
And from Na'Vi's perspective, to be up 8-0, that's more what we expect. That's the skill they have. But to have this being a 14-13 game and money in tatters, that's just not, that's the problem. They have to avoid that shotgun on a ladder will still do damage, and Flamey can feel the pain. No kill either way, but it certainly limits the chances from Na'Vi's aggression because look at how weak they are.
So they're going to go towards inside and leave Perfecto towards the yard here. One player goes down. Crystal, the master of the cheesy weapons, it seems, will be taken down eventually. Good incendiary to buy a little bit of time. Michael Lady's here, the savior of the round. He's the only one that can really save it for GODSENT at this point. If this round goes down, they won't have no money at series point.
And there's no flashes. They can't push him off. There's not even any smoke. They can't push him off that angle. They'd have to take the fight. Shotgun for Sticko instead as Perfecto drops. And Simple goes hunting back toward the A site. They're going to have to hold and wait 30 seconds. They don't need to overreact and try and force a bomb plant, but they do need to clear angles, and they'll do exactly that by putting Boomich onto an AK. Baits out a shot from Michael. That's information as to where one of the 2 defenders has gone, and Boomich wants to push him as far away from Simple as possible. Not only because to Simple find the kill, but now they get the bomb plant. They know Michael has to come back to see connector, and Simple's going to go aggressive on it.
Great opportunity there. Sticko did absolutely everything he could. They're fighting tooth and nail to try and keep themselves in this series. What an admirable job they've done so far. Really enjoying it with the auto shotgun. The MP5 wasn't quite enough in the end.
Problem now is they didn't want to let overtime point be secured by Na'Vi, so they forced it around it. Now it has been, and now this is the series on the line, and they don't have much money at all to play with. So with this, if Na'Vi wrap up the round, they go straight through to the finals for tomorrow.
This could be a desperate time, call for desperate measures here. The Mag 7, P250s, and a rush inside. The CZ to greet them, though. Flamey knows there's another one coming. If he gets his second kill, that should be it. As he falls back, somehow still alive. Sticko finally removes him, but won't get too much. They now know there's only 2 players towards outside, and they've got great territory on this side of the map. Maiden, though, finds an opening. Can he get a second? Not quite. 3-on-1. Sticko to save the day map. Doesn't look good for him. Mag 7. That's all he's got. I think we might be done.
didn't switch guns despite that early kill. You would have thought he went to pick up an AK, but Electronic greets him. Look, 16-13, we get the final that on paper we would have wanted. We get Mouse Sports, we get Na'Vi, but credit to GODSENT, because at 8-0 had absolutely no chances of them working their way back into this game, let alone series, and they made Na'Vi work for that.
They absolutely did. It was a great series in the end. Sure, it wasn't the most exciting start to the second map with 8-0 down, but it goes to show the roller coaster the Counter-Strike can be. If you give up any sort of inches or allow a gap to happen, these players, even at this level, like you wouldn't for a team like GODSENT be able to exploit that as much as maybe a top team, but they've shown us that they know what they're doing and they can bounce back from massive deficits.
And they're willing to take those fights. I mean, the fact, okay, 4 kills into 8 rounds, 8-0, nothing going for them at all. And then they start pushing. Obviously, Boomich gives something up, but then to have the confidence in the second half, not to let that get in your head, and Sticko's still pushing Pop Dog on his own, gets a bunch of important kills. I mean, the impact was there. And I have to say, Maiden, you were bigging him up to me, and I was kind of skeptical. That was a pretty good game from him. Absolutely. That was convincing.
Yeah, remember, this is like the second, I think, or maybe even the first LAN these guys have been to as a squad under the new organization, and they've put their best foot forward. This is what some of the world's best players are up against there. 8-0 down, you would think that's absolutely it. They showed character today. They showed resilience.
On the flip side of that, you've got to look at Na'Vi and say, hey, come on. Like, this is the problem that they have, is that they put themselves in these situations. They get beat by teams they shouldn't. I'm not saying, not to discredit GODSENT, but when you're 8-0 up in the fashion that you were and it comes that close, okay, you give away a few rounds. I'll give you that. You get a pass, but to let it go that far, you've got to adjust that. You've got to be able to work through that. If that's Astralis or Liquid, they don't win that game.
And they play against pistols as well. Sure, they're very good at winning rounds with Eagles. The fact they concede so many as well with just Desert Eagles or P250s, it seems like it gets out of control. They don't rely enough on the teamwork and the chemistry, and that simply won't be good enough going forward. In today's game, from what we've seen at this tournament especially, the lower teams will punish you. If you give them any sort of access point, they will capitalize it every single time.
And I think that's, just to finish that point, I think that's something that you can get baited into by having so much individual skill, because they all know that, like, Electronic could be, well, again, you said it, taking the opposite of the picture, he's one of the 2 best riflers in the world. You have Simple, that is arguably still the best player in the world, you know, between him and Zywoo on the given day. They know they can go off. So they see a game like that and they want to, but you've got to rein that in. You've got to control it.
Well, we're going to reel it in right now. That was the final map of the day. It does set us up for an amazing grand final. I guess the one we wanted. Mouse Sports versus Na'Vi, a best of 5 going down tomorrow. And I guess there's just one last thing to do here, Matt.
Send it to the analysts.
Send it to the analysts.
Where even are they? Are they even here?
I don't see them.
Did they leave?
I don't
Trace
see it. They're around here. We'll throw it to a break. We're back with the analysts very shortly, who will break down the rest of the tournament for you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.BET.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the conclusion of our semifinals. That is it. Navi Davi all the way. And it's going to be GODSENT that's going to come out lesser. And that is the end of the road for them, unfortunately. Guys, let's go ahead and begin to break this one down Barney style for all the viewers at home. And we're going to start with you, Jacob.
Nah, I think Helvor should get this one, because I think Helvor has something to say here about the first 7, 8, 9 rounds, maybe?
Let's hear it, Helvor.
Let's hear it, Helvor. Tell them how you really feel.
Tell them how I really feel. Some of the worst, just... Actually,
Go on.